Okay, amazing. Who is Rishikrit? Who is Rishikrit? Rishikrit, tell me, what did we learn yesterday? Rishikrit?
Can
you tell me what did we learn yesterday?
I think we were learning about Krishna's divinity. And
no, yesterday's chapter. What was the name of yesterday's chapter?
I have the name on my notebook.
I have the name on my notebook. Give me 1 second.
Okay. You are attending regularly?
Yeah, it is Jnana Yoga.
Okay, super. Thank you. Okay, no problem.
Sir?
Bolo?
Sir, I won't be able to submit the assignment since I have my exams going on.
No problem. आराम से करो, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. ठीक है? आराम से करो. Okay. Okay, tell me, Adya, what did we learn yesterday?
We learned that God remembers every single thing, and God is eternal. And whenever a dharma becomes a dominant, God will help itself come to earth and establish dharma. Krishna will always save his devotees from like any form. Do your good karma in this life, but do not keep expectations. One needs a spiritual guru to learn the truth.
Okay, super. Who else want to share? Rishik, would you like to share? हाँ बोलो. कौन था अभी? कौन बोला? बोलो, ऋषिक बोलो.
Yes, sir. So भगवान को सब कुछ याद है. भगवान remembers everything. He will come a millennium after millennium.
We yesterday learned 3 reasons why God comes to this world. Does anyone remember that? These 2 most important verses from Bhagavad Gita. Okay, tell me, Mahima.
Sir, Krishna comes to the earth to revise the dharma, and when bad people are increasing and good people are going down, he comes to rescue the good people and increase them and kill all the bad people and go. And then
yeah, 3 reasons are there. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskrutam dharma sansthapanarthaya. Right, to protect sadhus, to destroy people, those who are envious of good people. And then 3rd reason is to reestablish the dharma. Okay. Who else? Mega bolo. Mega, I think you have some mic problem. बोलो. क्यों ऐसा? Why there is a problem in your mic? Okay, tell me. What did we learn here?
we learned that God remembers every single thing. The body of the God never deteriorates. God is the Lord of all living things. God can be born by his will. God is extraordinary, not ordinary because of the small extra. But it is a very large difference between human and God. God is ever youthful. Krishna is a God. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practices, God defends himself. God appears millennium after millennium. Krishna protects his devotees. Guru is a person who has self-realized that souls can impart knowledge.
Right. Okay, so let's start with our 5th chapter. 5th chapter is amazing chapter. And here also we will be learning many stories. So without wasting a moment, let's go to the 5th chapter. Thank you very much for your answers. Okay, PPT starting. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuhu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum lankayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Paramanandamadavam. Right. So basically these prayers we chant to get the mercy of Guru, because I think on the second day I was explaining that Bhagavad Gita is not a ordinary science, right? That you can learn by yourself by watching videos on a YouTube. No, the Bhagavad Gita is a science where you have to beg the mercy of Guru, and then God gives that knowledge. So this is our 5th chapter, and to summarize, in the 1st chapter, Arjuna was lamenting. Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Right? The 2nd chapter, in which the Krishna summarized the whole knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Right? He spoke about soul, he spoke about duties, right? And in the 3rd chapter, he spoke about Karma Yoga. He's telling every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So Arjuna, mind your work, right? And if you don't follow my words, what will happen? You will get inflicted by sins. So better you follow my words. And in the 4th chapter, Krishna is basically giving the gyan about himself, right? He was telling that how I come, and many people think that I'm ordinary, but Arjuna, please remember, I'm not ordinary. And then he speaks, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vitti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanmam naiti mamiti so Arjuna. Right? The person who understands that I'm not an ordinary person, I'm a transcendental, I'm special, he does not take birth again. Just by understanding Krishna is God, one doesn't need to take a rebirth. So he's basically liberated. So Bhagavad Gita tells us Krishna is God. Accept Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. But you still find people who will say, no, Krishna is not God. He's just a king. Krishna is a mythological person. Krishna is a historical person. Krishna is a yogi. No, Krishna is a God and he can do everything. And the same thing basically Krishna tells in the 5th chapter also. 5th chapter is Karma Sannyasa Yoga. It's a continuation of a 3rd chapter. 3rd chapter was Karma Yoga. So here Arjuna is asking, Krishna, what is better? Should I work or should I renounce everything? What do you mean by renouncing? Renouncing means leaving everything and going to Himalaya. That is called the sannyas. You must have seen people, who take a sannyas, right? But here Krishna is telling, no, Arjuna, there is no need to take a sannyas if you want to become a self-realized. Just by performing your own duties, you can become self-realized. Right? Why do people take a sannyas? People take a sannyas because they want to realize Krishna. They want to see God. They want to realize God, experience God. And that's why they take a sannyas. Sannyas means what? They will give up their family. They will give up their kids. They will give up their wife. And they will go to Himalaya to practice different kinds of yogas. Right? But Krishna says there is no need for that. Right? Arjuna, for you, there is no need for that. Just by doing your own duties, you can become a sannyasi. Right? So basically, Krishna is telling us also, right, that you don't need to give up anything. Yesterday, I was telling that bhakti means joining. Bhakti means not giving up. Bhakti means not breaking. Bhakti is joining process. And that is the meaning of yoga. Yoga means joining. That we will see tomorrow in detail. That basically what do we do in yoga and everything Krishna will explain. And what is the best yoga? Krishna will tell us. But till that time, you understand that yoga means joining. In each chapter, Krishna is telling a different methods to get connected with Krishna. Right? Let's go ahead and see what Arjuna is telling. Okay, so this was the verse where we stopped yesterday. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshantiti jnanam jnanina sattvadarshana. Krishna is telling, my dear Arjuna, approach a spiritual master. Go to Guru, surrender to your Guru, then serve him. So service is very important. You cannot order your Guru. Guru, give me knowledge. Give me knowledge very fast. No, Guru is not servant. You cannot order Guru. You need to serve Guru. And when the Guru is pleased, you should ask him the humble questions. Right? And then Guru will give you the knowledge. We'll hear one more story, right, regarding this. That what exactly Guru does. Right? Amazing story. Once upon a time, there was a lion, right? Basically, lioness, she-lion. So lioness was going from one jungle. She was passing from one jungle, right? And then she went on the hill. She was standing there. But somehow she saw that one hunter is approaching her, right? Hunter was coming near her and he was about to shoot that lioness. And then that lioness started running. But she was actually pregnant. You understand pregnancy? The baby was there inside her stomach, right? Inside her womb. So what happened when she was running? Do you know that pregnant ladies should not run? Otherwise the child will come out, right? Immaturely. So similar thing happened with that lioness also. The baby lion, the cub took birth. And lioness was so fearful, she could not realize that baby has come out. So she was running. And her baby, he dropped from the hill. And as you, do you know that when there is a hill and, you know, the baby started rolling, and baby came down. And baby was sleeping for some time because he was just a small baby, right? And that time, at that jungle, there were many ships. They had come there to eat their grass. So when they saw this cub, they were surprised. Basically, they started thinking, this cub is amongst us. This cub is not a cub, but it's a ship. So they then started taking care of that cub, right? They started feeding that cub a grass, right? And that cub was so small. Basically, whatever you teach to child adopts that. Then cub also started eating grass. Very unusual, no? But cub started eating grass. And then cub, okay. And then cub not only started eating grass, but cub started doing meh, meh, like this. So that time, ships realized that he's ship only, but somehow due to the nature's miracle, he's looking like a lion. He's not a lion. The ship started thinking, and they would treat that cub as their family member. If you see lion, they roam alone, they travel alone, right? Just like a boss, they will travel alone. But you look at the ships, they will travel in company, right? They will stick to each other and then they will walk. You don't see lion with many other lions, right? But you will always see one ship with many other ship. because generally ships are very fearful, right? They feel that somebody will attack them, so they always walk in a group. But if you see lion is walking alone, roaring alone. One day a big lion came to hunt the ships, and he was looking for, from some far distance, who is the best ship to hunt for me. And surprisingly, he found a lion, a cub there. He started thinking, what the hell our family member is doing with the ships, right? And not only that, he was surprised to see that this lion is eating grass. Now this lion was shocked. Hey, what is happening? This lion is eating grass. Not only eating grass, but this lion, rather than roaring, he was doing meh, meh, like this. Now this lion was very angry. He said, how this can happen? Now I will go there and I will rescue this baby lion, this cub. So he started running to this, group of ships. And when ships realized that somebody is approaching them, a big lion is approaching them and he's about to kill them, they started running. And with these ships, this little cub also started running. And he realized, that little cub realized that big lion is following him only. He started running more fastly. The lion is saying, stop. Cub said, no, I'm a sheep, you will kill me, I'll not stop. The big lion was running. Both were running with the greatest speed. And finally, what happened? The big lion pounced upon this small lion, and small lion was terrified. And he said, please leave me alone, right? Please leave me alone. I'm a small sheep. Lion said, my dear boy, you are not a sheep. You're a lion. He said, no, I'm a sheep. Please leave me. Please don't eat me. Please. See, I'm eating grass. See, I'm a small sheep. You just see, I'm doing meh. I'm a small sheep. Please leave me. And the elder lion was angry. He said, you are not sheep. What are you doing? How can lion eat the grass? Come out from here. He said, no, I'm sheep. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. He said, come with me. And then he actually pulled him to a river. So water was flowing, right? And then he asked, look in the water now. So the baby lion had no choice than to follow an elder lion. So the baby lion went, and then he started looking inside the water. And the elder lion asked, what are you looking at? What can you see in this, your reflection? And he was observing, right? He was looking at his own reflection and then looking at the elder lion's face. He was looking at his own reflection and looking at the elder lion's face. He was looking at his own reflection. He realized that actually I, myself, and this elder lion look so similar. He just looked at himself. And then finally he realized that actually I'm not a sheep. I am a lion. So that's what Guru do to us. What Guru actually does? Guru tells us that you are not this body. Right? You are not this body, but you are eternal soul. And sometimes we may feel that Guru is actually chastising us. Sometimes we may feel Guru is actually, scolding us. But he is making us realize that we are not this body. Guru is telling us you are the soul. Body is just like a cover on the soul, right? And you are changing that cover, that clothes every now and then. Just realize you are a soul, and that's what Guru does. Right? Let's go ahead. And then we saw that how we need to have a faith. Right? Faith is a very integral part of our life. We have to put a faith, right? Without a faith, nothing will work, right? For example, let us understand. Let us take an example of a student. He just passed out from the 10th standard, and he's searching for a good college. And then he goes to one college, and then he asks the question, "My dear sir, tell me, does your college provides the job?" He said, "Yes." The teacher says, "Yes, we provide a job after 12th standard. You take admission." But then boy says, "No, I don't have faith in you. First give me job and then I will take the admission." Teacher will say, "My dear boy, first you study 11th standard, then 12th standard, and then you crack the interview and then you will get a job. No, you first give me job. I don't believe you." Now, if you do like that, tell me, will you ever get a job? No, you will never get a job. So first of all, you have to follow the process. Are you getting what I'm telling you? You have to follow the process. And the process starts with the faith, right? You have to have a faith that Krishna, whatever Krishna is telling in the Bhagavad Gita, the truth. It's not faking something, it's a truth. And why I can tell it's a truth? Because it's experienced knowledge. See, in your science book, in your maths, in your history, there are so many things which you cannot actually experience, right? But still you believe. Similarly, Krishna is telling that if you believe in so many, small things, then why don't you believe in me, right? So Krishna is telling you, just believe in me and then see the miracle, how I am changing everything for you. Should I tell you one story more? How many of you want to hear the story about a faith? Tell me in the chat box. If you are interested in learning this amazing story about a faith, that how this faith works. Okay, so let's hear this story. Yeah, actually everyone loves stories. Okay, but did you understand our first story? Tell me in the chat box if you understood our first story about the cub and ships. Super. Then I think we should go ahead. Okay. Okay. So this is a story about a faith, that how this faith is important, how we should have faith in Krishna. So once upon a time, there was a young boy and he was not having his father, right? He had only his mother, and mother was taking care of him. But actually, he was very poor. He was very poor. And, he would stay very far from his school. He was staying very far from his school. So in between his home and school, there was a big jungle. And in jungles, there were many boars, there were many lions and tigers, and this boy would always fear to pass through this jungle. So he would bunk his school usually. So one day his mother told him that, "My dear son, we are so poor, you must study something, right? And if you don't study, you'll not get a good job. So better, you go to school and study every day." Then that kid told that, "My dear mother, I also want to go to school, but I am very fearful of this jungle. All of my school friends, they stay near the school, but I am the only one who is staying so far from my school. So I'm really fearful to pass through this jungle," right? So mother told, "My dear boy, don't worry. Every one of us have a dear friend. But then boy said, no, mother, I don't have any friend. Mother said, no, every one of us have a dear friend, and he is Gopal. Then boy asked, who is this Gopal? Then mother told, Gopal is God. Gopal is Krishna. So whenever you feel fearful, just chant loudly, Gopal, Gopal, and Gopal will come and Gopal will help. Then the boy put the faith in the mother's words. Right? Whatever my mother is telling is the truth. He did not doubt. Sach mein aayenge ke Gopal? Will Gopal come? No. He just followed whatever his mother told him. And as he was passing through the jungle, he started fearing. It's a so dense jungle, so dense forest, and any animal may come. So he started shouting, Gopal, Gopal, where are you? My mother told you are my best friend. Gopal, come. And then in front of him, there appeared a boy. And this boy was playing on his flute, right? And he told this boy, my dear friend, I am a Gopal. Tell me your problem. This boy told, actually, my dear Gopal, I don't know you personally, but my mother told you are my best friend, so I'm accepting you as my best friend. And actually, my problem is whenever I pass through this jungle, I feel very fearful. So you please assist me. Gopal said, no problem. I'll protect you. I'll come with you. So then Gopal started walking with him. Right? And this thing happened practically every day. So this boy would feel fearful while passing through the palace and this forest, and he would shout, Gopal, Gopal, come and help me. And Krishna would come there, and both would walk through that jungle. So this happened practically every day. One day in the school, there was a Guru Purnima. Right? Guru Purnima is a day when we, basically give gifts to our teachers, and we are actually thankful to our teachers. Right? It's just like a teacher's day. So it was a teacher's day in the school, and teacher told that please get me something tomorrow, right? It's a Guru Dakshina. Get me Guru Dakshina tomorrow. Give me Guru Dakshina tomorrow. And this boy was very poor, right? So he came to home and he told mother, please give me something tomorrow. Tomorrow is teacher's day and teacher is asking something, right? Mother said, but we don't have anything. Then mother said, do one thing. You can ask something from Gopal, and Gopal will surely give you, because Gopal is everyone's dear friend. Then this boy started thinking, okay, I will ask Gopal. Gopal is helping me so nicely, while passing through the forest. I think he will again help me. So Krishna is basically our best friend. Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita, especially this 5th chapter only. See, we have not started chapter 8. We're just discussing the stories. But anyways, we will study the chapter also. So in this 5th chapter, Krishna is telling Suruddha Sarvabhutanam, I am the dearmost friend of everyone. Krishna is your best friend. You accept his friendship and see the changes in your life. Our problem is that we are not accepting Krishna's friendship only. And how to accept the Krishna's friendship, that we will listen tomorrow in the which chapter, I think Dhyana Yoga chapter tomorrow. And then we will study that how to accept the friendship. Krishna has sent the friendship request to you, but we are not accepting the friendship request because we don't know how to accept the friendship request. We know how to accept the friendship request on the Facebook or Instagram, but we don't know how to accept the friendship request from Krishna. Krishna is telling, I'm your friend. Just accept me as your friend. So this boy again started, shouting, Gopal, Gopal, please come, help me. I'm passing through the jungle. And then Gopal came actually there. And then Gopal said, let's go. So both started walking. And meanwhile, this boy asked him, my dear Gopal, please help me. You know, you are everyone's best friend. My mother is telling that you are friend of everyone. So please help me. What do you want? He told, Gopal, I want, some gift for my teacher. Right? Can you give me some gift for my teacher? My teacher will become happy. Why not? I will give you gift. Then he told, Gopal, what gift you will give me? Gopal said, I will give you butter, because I love butter and I have lots and lots of butter. My father have so many cows and we have so much milk, and we are the biggest producers of butter. So I have a lot of butter. And Krishna immediately got some butter for him. And then he offered that butter to this boy. Right? The boy was so happy after seeing the butter, because previously it would happen that teachers would not take a fees. आपको पता है, teachers would not take fees, and they would exchange. They would not take actually money. They would take some sabjis, they would take a milk, they would take different kinds of fruits. Right? I still remember I had my one brother, younger brother, who was staying in a village. Right? And that time their teachers also would not take a fees from them in terms of money, but they would take sabjis every day. My brother would take some kind of sabji from his farm to give to that teacher. He would carry some milk to give to that teacher. So similarly, this teacher also was wanting so many things from his students, right? So Gopal gave him the pot of butter. Now this boy was so happy after seeing that pot. He ran to his guru, and everyone was celebrating Teachers' Day. So this boy also offered something. Actually, teacher was not expecting anything from this boy, because teacher knew this boy is very poor, right? He is not able to give me anything. But when this boy went with this pot of butter, teacher was shocked. Teacher said, from where did you get this? Then this boy said, actually, I have a friend whose name is Gopal. Gopal gave me, Gopal told me his father has so many cows. His father is the biggest producer of the butter. So he gave me this. Who is this Gopal? And where is this Gopal staying? This boy said, actually, Gopal is staying in the jungle. Okay. Then actually, when the teacher opened the pot, the fragrance of the butter, it was so amazing. When teacher tasted that butter, he started crying. Tears of love for God were running from his eyes. He was shedding tears, right? He was thinking, who made this butter? It's so amazing. It's so tasty. It's the best gift which I have ever received in my life. Right? It's the best gift which I have ever received in my life. And I want to check who has given you this. So this boy said, okay, my dear Guru, let's go to the jungle and you will find this Gopal. And I will make, and I'll ask him to give more butter. So Guru just followed this boy. And eventually they reached this jungle. And that time this boy started shouting, Gopal, Gopal, come here. Just see who has come. My teacher, my Guru wants to see you. And then, this Gopal actually appeared in front of this boy. But his teacher could not see Gopal. Right? Teacher was just saying, hey, with whom you are talking? Actually, that boy started talking with Gopal, Krishna. Right? And he was telling, see, my teacher has come. So teacher could see all the expressions on the face of this boy, and he could understand there is someone standing in front of this boy, but he could not see who is that person standing. And then he asked this boy, my dear boy, my dear student, you told me you have a friend named Gopal. Where is Gopal? The boy said, Gopal is standing in front of you. Right? Just see him. He's so beautiful. He's playing upon his flute. Teacher said, why are you cheating with me? right? I cannot see anyone. Then Gopal said, no, he's standing in front of you. Then boy was confused. Boy said, Gopal, you are visible to me, but you are invisible to my guru. What is this? Then Gopal said one thing. Gopal said, actually, my dear friend, this your teacher doesn't have faith in me. He doesn't believe in me. And that's why for him, I'm invisible. But you have a lot of faith in me. You believe in me. You know that I exist. And that's why I exist for you. Actually, in the 4th chapter of the Gita, there is a verse, Ye yathamam prapadyante tamstataiva bhajamyam. As you approach me, I shall reciprocate. So if you know that Krishna is existing, Krishna will remain existing for you. But if you don't believe in Krishna, you will say, if you say that Krishna is just a mythology, we don't believe in Krishna, right? Then Krishna will always remain like a mythology for you. He will never reveal himself to you. So this is the power of faith, right? And that's why in the 4th chapter, and in fact, I think in the 9th chapter also, Krishna is telling, put a faith in me, right? And when you put a faith in me, then I will reveal myself to you. Let's go ahead and study our 5th chapter. 5th chapter is kind of a small chapter. There are 2-3 stories, and that we will discuss. There are 2-3 most important principles in this chapter, right? Very important principles, and that we will study. Right here, basically, Arjuna is asking, Krishna, tell me, what should I do? Should I renounce everything, right? Or should I do my karma yoga? Should I perform my actions? What should I do? Sri Bhagavan Vacha Sannyasa Karma Yogasya Nishreya Sakara Ubho Tayostu Karma Sannyasat Karma Yoga Vishishyate. No, Arjuna, if you are asking me what should you do, then my opinion is you should do karma yoga. What do you mean by karma yoga? Karma yoga means performing your actions without any expectations, right? Perform your actions. Now your responsibility is to study. So do your study with your best efforts, but don't expect the result. Hey, I will get first rank. Hey, I will get second rank. No, don't bother about result. Right? You just study, right? And that's basically a karma yoga. Okay. Now this is amazing verse which I was talking some time ago. This verse tells us the amazing definition of a pandita. When we hear the word pandita or brahmana, the picture in front of our eyes comes is that, the pandit has big ponytail, a pandit is wearing some kind of kurta, a pandit is shaven headed, a pandit is having a tilak. But Krishna here is giving an amazing definition of pandita, right? Who is pandita? Vidya vinay sampanne brahmane gavihastini shuni chaiva shupake cha pandita samadarshina. Now, who is a pandita? Krishna is telling pandita is a person who sees everything with an equal vision, who sees everyone with an equal vision. He does not discriminate between anyone, right? He will not say, hey, he is a rich, he is a poor, he is a friend, he is an enemy, he is relative, he is not a relative. No, he will see everyone with an equal vision. That is a pandita. Right? This is an amazing lesson we should study, because in this world you see people make so much discrimination, right? You are a black, I'm a white, right? You are an Indian and I'm from US, right? They make a discrimination on the basis of body, but they don't understand body is temporary. Tomorrow I'm a black, right? But in the next birth I can be a white, right? I may take a birth in the US, right? And I may get a body, white body, right? So why should we discriminate? Because we are all souls. This philosophy the Pandita understand. And this is the real meaning of Pandita. Pandit means one who is actually intelligent, right? Pandit means one who is actually intelligent. Now in this verse, what Krishna is telling? Krishna is telling Pandita, with his vision, he sees everyone with the equal vision. He sees everyone equally. Right? For example, Krishna is telling as Pandita, he will see this cow, this dog, this Brahmana, this elephant, this Chandal with a equal vision. Right? He will not discriminate between anyone. Right? So this is a Pandita. Pandit means one who does not discriminate on the basis of body, because he sees everyone with equal vision. Why? Because he sees the presence of a Paramatma. What he sees, he does not see body. What he sees Paramatma who is staying in our heart. He sees, oh, this is a cow and this is a dog. Cow is a great dog. I don't like dogs. But he's not saying like that. What he sees, this is cow, this is dog. I must offer my respects to both of them because Krishna is staying in everyone's heart. Paramatma, God, is staying in everyone's heart. And that's why he's not envious of anyone. Right? He does not say, hey, this person is prospering. Right? He's becoming prosperous. He's getting more and more money. So he's not becoming envious. He's thinking, oh, this person is becoming prosperous because it's a Krishna's mercy. Krishna is giving him knowledge. Krishna is giving him intelligence. Right? This person will not think, hey, this is an elephant, right? And this is a dog. No, I don't want to go with a dog. He'll not say like that. He'll think, this is elephant and this dog, both are same. Both are same in the sense that both have the presence of Paramatma in their heart. So what Pandita is actually seeing? Pandita is seeing Paramatma in everyone's heart. You remember this. This is the most important lesson. And that's why we should not discriminate between anyone. Right? In India, if you see, there is lots of discrimination on the basis of caste. Right? One is OBC and then ST and then open and then there's Brahmin, this and that. So much discrimination on the basis of caste, on the basis of color, and on the basis of a religion. But the Pandita is one who is just saying the essence, right? We're just capturing the essence. Hey, everyone has the presence of a God in their heart. Why should I discriminate between them? Right? So it does not discriminate between anyone. Now here, the amazing word is coming, the Chandal. Right? Now what do you mean by Chandal? Chandal is a person, this person. Okay, I will just. This is a Chandal. And you can see, he has a knife in his hand. So basically, Chandal is a person who does not understand what to eat and what to not. So he eats everything. Right? He does not discriminate what to eat and what to not. He stays in a jungle. But this Pandita, he will not say, hey, this is Chandal. Chee. He does not know what to eat. He is eating all kind of kachira, garbage he is eating. Right? No, I will not respect him. I will respect Brahmana here. See, he is a Brahmana. He knows all the scriptures. He knows all kinds of yagyas. He knows all kinds of pujas. I will respect Brahmana. No, he will not do that. Do like that. He will respect Chandal also. He will respect Brahmana also. Because he is not seeing the person. He is seeing the Paramatma who is sitting in the heart. Right? And we also should start seeing Paramatma in everyone's heart. And when we actually do that, right, there won't be any quarrel in this world. Right? Why we have a quarrel in this world? Why there are so many fights? Why there are so many wars in this world? The reason is very simple. The reason is we are discriminating on the basis of religion. We are discriminating on the basis of creed and caste. We are discriminating on the basis of, color, bodily color. Right? And that's why we see there are so many fights, so many wars, so many quarrels. But if you understand that we are all God's sons only, there is only one God, and we are the parts and parcel of this God. Right? Just like when there is one parent, and if you have many kids, then the kids understand, hey, our parents are one. Why should we fight? Right? Similarly, when we all realize that we are the sons and daughters of that one God, then why we will fight? And that's why I feel the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is very important. If you want to get a peace in this world, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is very important. Right? And there are so many problems in this world. There is only one reason. People are unaware of the Bhagavad Gita. People are unaware about spiritual science. People are unaware about Krishna and his wisdom. Right? So as soon as people start adopting this knowledge in their life, then actually they will become happy. And that's my purpose of teaching Gita. Right? Actually, my mission is to teach 1 lakh kids in this amazing knowledge. Right? See, there are many kids who feel, in fact, there are many parents who feel Bhagavad Gita is boring. But my mission is to make this Bhagavad Gita simple and palatable. Right? And I hope that you are understanding these lessons, and I hope that you are following these lessons. You are following these lessons in your life. And if you continue to follow, then you believe me, your life will completely change. And in fact, you will change others' life too. Right? Let's go ahead and we will understand this phenomena with one example. Right? Once there was a king, his name was Rantidev. Write down his name. Tomorrow I'll be asking this name. And that time I don't want to answer that. I will watch, I will see in the book and then I'll tell. Right? You should remember these names. He's a Rantidev. I'm writing in the chat box. Okay, so Rantidev was basically a king of Bharatavarsha in the previous times. And he was such an amazing king. He would take care of his praja, his people, just like as if they were his children. जैसे कोई पिता, जैसे कोई अपनी माता अपने बच्चों का ख्याल रखते हैं, उसी प्रकार से रांतिदेव अपने सारी प्रजा का रक्षण करते थे. He would take care of everyone so nicely. He would consider everyone to be his sons and daughters. But unfortunately, once upon a time, there was a big famine. Now, famine is the situation where, there are no rains for many, many years. And you know that when there are no rains, then what will happen? The grains will not come. From rains come the grain, right? So if you don't have a grain, what you will eat? You can't eat a mobile. You can't eat technology. You need rains. And rain only come when we do yagyas. Yagya bhavati parjanyo. Right? But of course he did yagyas, but still, there was some problem and rains could not come. And practically everyone was dying out of hunger. Now what Rantidev did? Rantidev sold his palace. He sold everything. He had all the riches and he sold all the riches. And he got a lot of kinds of grains from outside his kingdom. And he fed everyone. Now you can see him. He's just sitting like a beggar. But he's not a beggar actually. He's a king. He had sold everything. Right? He and his family, you can see sitting here. They're not beggars. Right? But the fact is that they sold everything and they purchased the grains for their people. And now you can compare this king with today's politicians. Right? Our politicians have nothing to do about us. Right? They are not at all bothered about us. They are not like a Rantidev. Rantidev sold his all the riches and got the grains. Our politicians are selling all our grains and getting all the riches. And then they are filling their Swiss bank account. So, you know, there are many our politicians, there are many politicians from India who have account in a Swiss bank, right? And they have all this, money which they have received from, cheating people. Right? So you can just see the previous kings and now today's kings. Today's kings are actually looters. They are dangerous than dacoits, right? Because you can understand dacoit. Dacoit is what? He has a chaku, he has a knife, he is wearing a black clothes, right? And you can understand he's a dacoit. But when you see politicians, they are in white clothes, right? We don't understand that they are dacoits. Okay, so we'll come to our topic. So this situation was there, and actually you also fasted for so many days because there was no food. It is said that he fasted for around 40 to 45 days, right? Could not get a food, so he had to fast. But he made sure that everyone of his, the people, they are getting proper food. Somehow he could not get any food. But on the 45th day, or I think 48th day, somebody gave him food. Right? And they said, my dear king, please eat some food. So king got some food, and king was sitting beneath the tree and he was about to eat. Somebody gave him food and also the water. So he and his family members, they started eating the food. But as soon as he was about to pick up the morsel from that plate, there came a Brahmana. Right? The Brahmana is a person who performs different kinds of yagyas. Right? He is a person who does many kinds of pujas. So he came there and he said, my dear king, I am so hungry. Please give me food. I am so tired. He came there. King felt very sad. King said, okay, my dear Brahman, please take this food. I will eat later. My family will eat later. You eat the food. You need the food most. So he gave some food to him. Brahmana was satisfied. And later, there came a Shudra. The Shudra is a person. See, Shudra is not some caste. Huh? Shudra is basically a person who assists everyone. Right? Paricharyatmakam karmam Shudras swabhavajam. Right? The Brahmana is one who performs yajna. The Kshatriya is one who performs the administrative activities. Right, like a protecting the people, like a police and all, army and all, they are Kshatriyas. Then we have Vaishya. Vaishya means those people who take care of the cow. Vaishyas are those people who take care of the farming activities and business activities. They are Vaishyas. And the Shudras are people, those who actually assist all these three classes of people. So Shudra is not someone who is from the lower class. No. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna doesn't speak anywhere like this, right? Now, yes, just before, we are just continuing that verse that no one is lower or no one is upper. Everyone is equal, and Pandita sees everyone with the equal vision, right? So here we see that he gave away food to Shudra also. Shudra came there. Shudra said, "I'm hungry. Please give me some food, otherwise I will die." And then he had some food which was kept for his sons, but he gave away that food. Right? And then there came a Chandala. Now Chandala is a person that he don't know what to eat. He can eat anything, all kind of garbage. Right? He eats. And he came there. You can see in the picture, the Chandala is standing with. He had so many dogs with him. So sometimes he eat the dog meat also. Right? Basically, nobody eats the dog meat. Right? But Chandala eats the meat of a dog. So he came there, Chandala, he started asking, I'm hungry. Give me some food. So Rantidev said, okay, take this food, be happy. And the Chandala was happy. Chandala ate the food, and then he gave a, in the Hindi we say Dakar. Oh, and then he asked the king, my dear king, my dogs are also hungry. Please feed them. Just tell me, humans are important or dogs are important? Here the Rantidev and his kids have not eaten from last 48 days, and here this man is asking, feed the dogs. But without speaking anything, what did Rantidev do? Rantidev now only had the water pot, right? Rantidev went to the dogs and Rantidev fed all the dogs. He didn't think about himself, ki mera kya hoga, what will happen to me. He was just feeding all the dogs. And he was praying to God, my dear God, please give me birth after birth and make me serve your all the kids. I understand these dogs, this, the Shudra, the Brahmana, the Vaishya, they are all your kids. Please make me serve them nicely. This is purpose of my life. I want to serve everyone. I don't want to eat myself. And as soon as he prayed like that, these all the Brahmanas, these all the dogs, these all the, Shudra, Chandala, they turn into the divine beings. Actually, they were gods and they were testing the integrity, the honesty of Rantidev. And he passed the test. Devata said, we are so happy with your attitude. We just wanted to check that what is your vision? How do you see everyone? And we could understand that you saw everyone with the equal vision. You did not discriminate between Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra and dogs. You are so hungry, but still you fed the dogs. And I'm so happy with you. We are so happy with you. Imagine you have small, a Parle-G. Right? Parle-G is a biscuit brand. So you have that biscuit packet. You have only one. Just imagine that you are hungry throughout the day, and then you find a dog also. Right? And he is also, hungry. What you will do? Let me tell you, most of us will not think of a dog. How many of you go to the road and every day feed the dog? Tell me in the chat box. How many of you go and every day feed the dog? Very few. Right? Because we don't see them as equal to us. We see, hey, these dogs are very poor. These dogs species very poor species. These dogs are not important so much. That is our vision, right? Not only with the dogs, we have to have mercy on the all animals, right? And that's why, if you see, Krishna is also telling in the Bhagavad Gita, be ahimsa, be non-violent, don't eat non-veg, right? You don't kill dogs, then why you are killing chickens? You don't eat, you don't kill dogs, then why are you killing goats? They also have a life, right? And they also feel a pain. And they also have the soul and a super soul. And here what we are seeing in this particular verse, we are saying that see everyone with the equal vision. So we have to see the chickens, we have to see all the goats with the equal vision. They also have a life. They also have a family. But what we do, we just kill them and we eat them. Right? And that's why this, this eating a non-veg and eating this food, which is actually harming animals, is very dangerous and very bad. And it is giving you a lot of karma. And we'll see in the 17th chapter that these karmas are very dangerous. I mean, in the 18th chapter also Krishna is speaking. So these karmas are very dangerous. So whatever you do today, tomorrow the boomerang will come. Do you know boomerang? Boomerang is the weapon you throw and it comes back to you. Similarly, whatever you do today, if you are killing someone, tomorrow that thing, that animal, that species will kill you. Okay, nice to see that, all are helping. Super, amazing. Some people are feeding dogs and pigeons. Yeah, we must have a mercy on everyone. And how much money it takes? Hardly 2 rupees, 3 rupees. Right? And just in a 2 rupees, 3 rupees, you are feeding someone's stomach. Can you imagine? There could not be a big one minute. There could not be big punya ever than this. That's why we must have to help everyone. Okay, let's go ahead. I hope you understood this concept of looking everyone with the equal vision. Did you get this story? Can you tell me in the chat box? Did you understood this story? Okay, super. So I hope you'll remember these lessons throughout your life, because these are very important lessons. Okay, let's go ahead and see what Krishna wants to tell. Clear all drawings. Okay. Yehi sansparshaja bhoga, very important. Dukhayo evate adyantavantantu kaunteya nati shuramati buddha. Here it is said, Krishna is telling, basically, my dear Arjuna, wherever you are looking for the pleasure doesn't exist. Right? I'll give you an example. I'll just give you an example. Now, yes, a normal phone, and you think that if I get Apple, if I get iPhone, I'll be most happiest person in the world. And then you get an Apple. But believe me, after 9 days, all the pleasure will went away. You will feel this was same as my other phone. It is not giving me the pleasure. I'll give another example. My own example I will give you. I would feel that if I get a car, then I'll become happy, right? So I purchased the car and I used to drive the car, right? And all the people would see me, wow, he got a car, he got a new car, and I would feel so happy. But later, what happened? I lost my all interest in the car. From 6 months, I have not, drove my car. Neither I have, washed that car. The thing I'm telling here is that we feel that there is a pleasure in some object, but there doesn't exist a pleasure. Pleasure is in your mind. You think there is a pleasure, but there is no pleasure. Whatever example you take. And that's why Krishna is telling, don't take pleasure in this material world. Right? Don't take pleasure in this material world, because the pleasure, whatever you are receiving in this material world, it is very temporary. Right? For example, you are eating ice cream. But as soon as the ice cream is finished, your pleasure is finished. Isn't it? Same thing is Krishna telling, that as soon as that item is gone, your pleasure is finished. So don't depend on the temporary pleasure. Seek the eternal pleasure. Seek the pleasure with me. Arjuna, come to me and I can give you the best of the pleasure. The pleasure which you are seeking in this material world, it's a temporary pleasure. It has the beginning and it has the end. It is not eternal. It is not everlasting. Right? The ice cream taste does not last ever on our tongue. It will last on our tongue till there is ice cream. As soon as ice cream is finished, your pleasure is finished, right? So not only with the tongue, but we try to enjoy whole world with our five senses. So which are these five senses? We have sense of sight, we have sense of taste, we have sense of sound, we have sense of smell, we have sense of touch. So basically our eyes want to see something beautiful. I want to see something beautiful. I want to see some movie. I want to do this. I want to, go here and there. I want to go to Switzerland. I want to see something beautiful. So eyes are demanding something. Sense of taste. Our tongue is demanding something. I want to taste something very wonderful. Right? Ears also demanding something good. We want to hear something good. We want to hear something melodious. Right? Sense of smell. Our nose also wants something amazing to smell. Right? Sense of touch. Our hands, our sense of touch also wants to touch something very soft. So all the senses are wanting sense gratification. But Krishna is telling this gratification is temporary. Don't hanker for this gratification. Let's go ahead. Okay. Now, this is our last verse where Krishna is telling amazing word. He's telling Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Surudam Sarvabhutanam Gyatva Mam Shantim Rushyati. See, everyone is looking for a Shanti. Everyone is looking for the peace, but they don't know how to get that peace. Right? People think peace and happiness is in the money. People think peace and happiness is in having big home, lavish home. No. So Krishna is telling peace is somewhere else. And that's why you find there are many rich people, but they are all, not all, but many of them are depressed. Why? Because even though they have everything, they don't have a peace. You don't get a peace when you get something, because in that thing there is no peace, there is no enjoyment. Then you will ask, where is the enjoyment and where is the peace? So Krishna is telling here, Krishna is telling you just understand few things and you will attain the peace. So what is first thing? First thing is the Bhoktaram. Krishna is telling, I am the Bhokta, I am the actual enjoyer, you are not the enjoyer. You first understand this thing. Right? Whatever we do, our attitude is of an enjoyer. Right? We think I am the enjoyer. Right? I am getting a pleasure. But Krishna says, no, till the time you think you are the enjoyer, you will suffer. Just understand you are not the enjoyer. I am the enjoyer. I'm the enjoyer of everything. I'm the enjoyer of sacrifices. I'm the enjoyer of all the religious activities. When you understand that, you become peaceful. You understand that I'm the boss of Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. I'm the boss of all the planetary systems. Right? And about these planetary systems, we will learn in the 8th chapter and 9th chapter also. So we'll see that how there are heavens and there are hell, and then there are middle planetary system. Right? But Krishna is telling, that I am the boss of all the planetary systems. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Now here comes very important verse. Suruda Sarva Bhutanam. Please understand, my dear Arjun, I am the best friend of everyone. If you understand that I am your friend, then you will become happy. Because when we understand that Krishna is there and Krishna is my friend and he will take care of my, all the anxieties, then you become very peaceful. Why we are not peaceful? Because we are always in anxiety. Iska kya hoga? Uska kya hoga? What will happen to this? What will happen to that? Or if my exams are there. But just understand, Krishna is your friend. He will take care of everything. So if you have that faith, you will become happy and you will become peaceful. But till time we feel that we are the enjoyer, we are the controller. If I don't do this, nothing will happen. If this is our attitude, then we'll always remain ashanta. See, I'm here not telling that you should not earn money, right? You should not have a big home. No, you must have. You must earn. You must have big home. But if you have an attitude of the enjoyer, then you will not remain peaceful. So I think this is 1 minute. This is our last verse, and we will stop here. If you have any question, please ask me in the chat box, or if you can ask me by raising your hand. I hope you understood this session. Bolo Mega.
You said that in Bhagavad Gita it is that there is only one God, but like Vishnu, Brahma and Mahesh, they are the creators and destroyers and possessors.
Who told you this? Who told you this? Who told you this? Did you read somewhere? Did you read somewhere, or just saw some serials or some movies?
Oh, my father told me.
Okay, we will listen this in 8th chapter. Okay, I'll tell you details about that. Okay? Don't worry.
If like Krishna, if we will be the friends of Krishna, then he will do like everything for us. So sir, why are we there?
Sorry, I have.
Sir, you said that Krishna, if we be the friends of Krishna, then like he will do everything. So why are we there?
Why? Sorry, last sentence.
So why are we there?
Why we are we then? Why are we there? So if people get a bad karma, if the same birth, then they will be scared of doing bad thing. People take advantage, that we will see in the next birth. Many times we get a reaction in the same birth also, no? So basically, these reactions are given according to after seeing your situation, right? So when you are, I can tell you this example with one story tomorrow, that why, we need to wait for the next birth. Okay, so why are we there? Means I didn't get the question. No, I got that Krishna is our friend and he can do everything for us. Then why are we there? Okay, why are we living? What is the purpose of us? Okay, 15th chapter. Wait for the 15th chapter. We'll understand that why we have come here. Okay. Ishan is asking, sir, in the history books, we read that the caste system of the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra was created by Brahmins and the kings. Okay. But you said Brahmins do equal. Okay, discrimination against the so-called untouchables exist today to along with the caste system. Can you explain? So because they don't know our shastras, they have not read Bhagavad Gita properly. So if you ask the Brahmins who are telling that you are untouchable, you are from lower caste, if you ask them from where did you learn this, then what they will say, they will say, we read this in Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna told Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. But Krishna is telling in the Bhagavad Gita, all are same. There is no need for discrimination. And in fact, in the 9th chapter, and even in the 18th chapter also, Krishna is telling same thing. Hey, you are all equal, man. And this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, in the 4th chapter, I missed that particular verse. I wanted to tell you, somehow missed that. So here Krishna is telling that Guna karma vibhagashaha chaturvarnyamaya srishtam. Right? So Ishan, Krishna is telling, I made 4 divisions of people. Why I made these social divisions? So that everything will go on properly. It is not my objective to divide the people with their caste, creed, and religion. My objective is that social system should go on nicely. Now I'll tell you, Ishan. So Krishna is telling first thing, Janma and Karma. Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. The system which I have made, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, it has nothing to do with the birth. According to your gunas, that means quality. Right? According to your qualities and according to your activities, you are known as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So it does not depend upon your birth. So for example, if there is some Brahmana and then he gives a birth to a boy or a girl, then that boy or girl is not a Brahmana. His qualities and the activities will decide he is a Brahmana or a Kshatriya or a Shudra. Right? So people did not understand the real meaning of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. The meaning of a Brahmana, are you hearing, Ishan? Okay. So meaning of a Brahmana is a Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. Those who know the truth, they are the Brahmana. Right? Brahman does not mean that I have taken a birth in the Brahmana family, that's why I'm a Brahmin. No. Brahmin means Brahma Janati iti Brahman. Those who know truth, they are the Brahmana. And what is the truth? Truth is Krishna is staying in everyone's heart. Everyone is equal. That is the truth. Then there is the Kshatriya. What do you mean by Kshatriya? Kshatriya means Kshata Trayati iti Kshatriya. One who protects the innocent people from the harm, they are the Kshatriyas. Kshatriya is not something that, my father was Kshatriya, so that is why I am also Kshatriya. No, Kshatriya have some qualities. And what is that quality? Kshatriyas are naturally brave. Right? That we will discuss more in a 17th chapter and 18th chapter, I think. 18th chapter we'll discuss what are the qualities of Kshatriya, what are the quality of Brahmana, what are the qualities of Shudra. So Shudra does not mean that someone has taken a birth in lower family. Right? Basically, this meaning was manipulated by some people for their own benefit. So it is not written anywhere in the Bhagavad Gita. Right? And they themselves made the rule, hey, you are untouchable, you don't come to our temple, you don't read Bhagavad Gita, you don't drink water from our well, you have to stay outside this village, don't come to our village. These are all manipulated things. It doesn't have any connection with the Bhagavad Gita. Right? But these people would say, no, we learned in the Bhagavad Gita that Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra. But did you understood their meaning? No. So first of all, we have to understand their meaning. And if we don't understand this thing properly, then what we will do, we'll just blaspheme our scriptures. In the past, there were many people who actually burned our scriptures. Why did they burn? They were saying, hey, social discrimination is given in this scripture. Social discrimination is not given in the scripture. In fact, Krishna is telling everywhere, all are equal, all are equal. So we cannot say that Krishna is giving us the social discrimination. Another thing, right? I was telling that Krishna made the social divisions. Now, why Krishna made the social division? Just imagine if everyone becomes the teacher. Just imagine if everyone becomes the Brahmana. Brahmana means teacher, who is teaching. So everyone becomes the teacher. Then who will protect our country? There must be a Kshatriya also. So these are basically 4 important divisions that are must to run any society. Right? Just imagine there are Kshatriyas. There are only Kshatriyas, those who are fighting on the borders. Now who will earn in the country? So there must be a Vaishya also, who will earn and then who will pay their taxes. So these taxes can be used for the protection of the country, to feed the army. Right? So like that, we need a Vaishya also. Vaishya means basically business people. Now, everyone cannot become a business people because your tendency is different. My tendency is different. I love to teach. I cannot fight in the war. So according to tendencies, according to natural swabhav, Krishna has made these social divisions so that whole society will go on smoothly. But nowhere Krishna has mentioned that, one need to discriminate with people. No. Okay, I hope you got the answer. Okay, Rishik, tell me your question.
But I have two questions. So the first one is that you said that that Pandit will look at Brahman, cow, dog. How would he look at a murderer? Because murderer does pap.
He will. See. Amazing thing you spoke. So basically, he will respect the murderer. Right? He will respect the murderer because the Supreme Personality of God, Paramatma, is in his heart. But that does not mean he will worship the murderer. Right? Just like now this Pandita, he's respecting dog also, cow also, but that does not mean he's drinking the milk of a dog. Will he drink the milk of a dog? No. So respecting and the vyavahar is different. Right? Vision and the vyavahar is different. Vyavahar means your behavior with that person. Now, just imagine you go to zoo, right? And you will say, hey, Rupesh sir has told everyone has a Paramatma and everyone is equal. And, I have to see this tiger with the equal vision. Hey, this tiger and my brother, there is no difference. Miss, my tiger is also my brother. So let's go to meet the tiger. Tiger, please come. What tiger will do? Tiger will gulp you. Right? So here thing is, we have to see with equal vision, but vyavahar can be different. For example, now you can ride on the elephant. We saw that elephant. We can ride on the elephant. We can sit on elephant, and people love to sit on an elephant. But do we sit on a cow? No. So here the example is given. Yes, you must respect everyone, but a vyavahar, that means behavior. Your behavior can be different. Okay, second question.
What is the difference between Brahman and Pandit?
See, Pandit is not a person. Pandit is a qualification. Pandit is basically a definition. Pandit sees everyone with an equal vision. Brahman is also a same person. There is nothing different, because the meaning of the Brahman is the Brahma Janati iti. Brahma means the ultimate truth. So Brahman is also same person. Brahman also knows what is the ultimate truth. Okay, so it's basically the same thing. But there are people who may discriminate between Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. That's why this example is given to tell that Pandita sees even somebody is Brahman, somebody is Shudra, somebody is Vaishya. He's looking at everyone with equal vision. So that's why here different word Brahman is used. Okay, thank you.